What's happening? How's your morning?
You know what? These morning podcasting is not bad. I mean, I can do it. I can do it.
It's a new realm for us.
I'm just not used to doing it at, talking to anyone. I wake up earlier than but I usually do like at minst.
Yeah, like it takes me for a while to get the gossip going, right? I need to wake up. I have my routine.
Yeah, and if there's one thing that has been killed by Corona for sure, it's the gossip train. Like, think about it. Like, nobody has anything on anybody right now.
No, it's crazy. And you know what? You have to make up gossip now, Mitch. Not that that was a problem before, but now you really have to connect dots. You have to use social media. What's this person doing on Twitter compared to Instagram? Come up with a story, tie it all back in. Like the Kotsobolyo game has really impacted a lot of people. See, that's where a lot of mental health is coming in too, Mitch. Think of all those, that older generation where all they did was just gossip. They never left the house. They don't do anything. So they were relying on this information.
Yeah, true that. Like during that first pandemic, like during the Spanish flu, to keep yourself outside of just trying to stay alive. Yeah, I mean, how did they entertain? They had to have made up stories for sure.
They had to. So the Greek community is suffering.
Oh, this is big. This is big.
There's a lot of Calorias that are suffering.
What's a bigger pandemic? The no Kotsobolyo game, the no chatter game, or the Corona within the Greek community?
I gotta say it's the Kotsobolyo because mental health, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
The Greeks, they're not suffering with COVID-19. We're on top of the world.
Isn't that the truth?
On top of the world, or are we? That's the thing. And we're going to get into that today. Everyone, Agapi Tess, Agapi Greek Radio, the whole world out there. Thank you for tuning in again. It's Manthropology, third episode in. Thanks for the love and support. Don't forget, you can listen to us on agapigreekradio.com. You can go to TuneIn Radio, download it on your iPhone, mobile device, Android, whatever the case is. Monday to Sunday, 10 a.m. Mountain Time. That's 12 p.m. Eastern. So on the show today, Mitch and I are going to get into a couple things. There's a lot of new Corona news coming out. We're going to jump into that. We are also going to be talking about the virtual Vaftisi. That's right, the online baptism.
Yeah, it's been revolutionary. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, of course it could be done. It is revolutionary, Mitch. You're right, because you're the one who's going to be hosting it. And I have questions.
We're excited.
Some other summer activities, some things that have been popping up in the week that Mitch and I want to rant about as we usually do. But let's jump into it, Mitch.
Yeah, let's jump into it right away.
Start with some COVID talk.
Yeah, let's do it. This week, the country of Canada, at least, is starting to reopen slowly. Some states some states are like completely wide open from what I've read and heard through the grapevine. And then there's those that are keeping the power on the foot on the throat, if you will, and allowing their people to stay indoors. They're not letting them go outdoors. And it has caused a huge problem across the world. Other countries have started to slowly take their foot off the pedal and letting people get back to the normalcy. Dimitri, here in Canada, will speak a little bit more specifically to us. Here in Alberta, we can talk and say plans were May 14th to reopen. Nope, last minute they said, no, 2 more weeks, we got to shut down. Dimitri, here's my simple question. Across Canada, across the world, you're hearing it. What's your take on it? Is it time for people to come out of Corona solitude?
Well, you know me, if you've heard it in the last couple of weeks, I am a proponent of let's start doing these reopenings. Let's get out there. We've got quite a bit of metrics in the past. We need to get some metrics now too, Mitch, right? And I think the people want it. It's the right time. And we're slowly introducing it, so it's good. But I have a couple issues. So the first issue on the grand thing is have a real plan, right? And it's, there's a lot of, we want our cake and we want to eat it too, and a lot of inconsistencies in the plan, Mitch. So you sit here and you say, you got a social distance, we're not doing anything. But then you turn around and you say, you know what, we can do groups of up to 50 people in the summertime, but you have to maintain social distancing. Then you say businesses can open, then you say they can't reopen. Like, there's just so much going on. And the most frustrating part in all of this, and I think a lot of people can attest to it, is the fact that because of this culture of getting news now, faster, first, and trying to be right off the get-go is ruining us. And we don't know what to believe and we don't know what to do. That is the biggest frustrating part. So Agapi Tess, think about it. Here in Alberta, what happened is phase 1 was supposed to open May 14th. Now, it kind of is, except for 2 cities inside the province, where the day before at 4 p.m., they're like, actually, you know what? Sorry, businesses, you got to wait another 11 days. Now, at first, of course, safety first, I get it. But come on, you guys, you mean to tell me, like, what metrics happened the days leading up to May the 13th that you finally said, yeah, we got to pull this plug like right before? So now you told businesses to get ready, to get amped up, to get going. They're on the horn, telling clients, putting in all this legwork to reopen. And then you say, yeah, actually, no. So it's almost like the girl at the bar or the guy at the bar who basically you've been buying drinks all night and they say they're going to come home and sleep with you. And then the moment you're walking out of the club, she goes, I just got a text from my mom, I got to go home. Nobody likes that. Nobody wants that.
Yeah, it's a great analogy. I think that's exactly the way. If you're sitting having coffee today with your significant other, your friends, whatever, use that right there. If that doesn't explain it really just as easily as that, I don't know what will. My whole thing is agreed with you. You know, we voted in a government to say, you know what, you guys are going to be the parents of this country, the parents of this house. We're the kids, you're the parents, Canada's the house. And there are going to be days where we love what they do, days we hate what they do. And this is very easy to pick on the government. And with all due respect, they deserve it this time. At the end of the day, we all closed down together. We've been going on, I see all these commercials, how we're doing it together. But then when it comes to reopening, it seems like everyone wants to do it differently. And that's why all this issue is happening. So we went, we closed together, we opened together. I think it's that simple. If Trudeau wants to come out of his house and up to that podium every day, how about you say this, Trudeau? Here's all the money I gave you guys. Here are all the programs. And now this is the day we're opening. We open together. I know that different provinces have different issues. Then you know what? You make that date later on or whatever. Here in Alberta, we can talk a little more specific because we know there's a lot of people here that were amped up, ready to go. And then from a municipal point of view, they basically shut it down. So that's, and a provincial sort of view. So which one is it? Do you guys want to do it provincially, municipally, federally? Which way are we going? The reality is that people right now, Dimitri and I have alluded to it before, we both work in the financial district. People are getting now word. We have been shut down for 2 straight months. No income coming in. For those entrepreneurs, for those small businesses that are out there, 2 months is huge. Look, for a lot of us Greek people, we tend to go to Greece for a month. Okay, we don't have a problem with it. We've figured out our budgets. We get it. But for other people, and even Greeks the same, 2 months is too long. I know this is a scary situation, but you know what? The financial end is going to get us if we don't start taking on this invisible disease, this invisible virus that's up against us. It's time for all of us to band together, work together. Don't criticize so much the government. Just let them do their thing. But at the same time, we need the government to be smart.